Geshe Jinpa Sonam Chanchu Pardo Dani Kyapsun Age Jinso Yebe Sonam Dola Penjere San Yendu Parasho Sange Chedan Soge Chonam Chanchu Pardo Dani Kyapsun Age Jinso Yebe Sonam Rola Penjere San Yendu Parasho Sange Chedan Soge Chonam Chanchu Pardo Dani Kyapsunche Age Jinso Yebe Sonam Rola Penjere San Yendu Parasho Simchen Tamche Dewa Dan Devi Gyutan Dembara Simchen Tamche Dunga Dan Dunga Ji Gyutan Chawara Simchen Tamche Dunga Men Dewa Dan Mindra Vara Simchen Tamche Nyere Chadan Nidan Trave Dan Nyamla Nebara Simchen Tamche Dewa Dan Devi Gyutan Dembara Simchen Tamche Dunga Dan Dunga Ji Gyutan Chawara Simchen Tamche Dunga Mebe Dewa Mindra Vara Simchen Tamche Nirin Chadan Nidan Trave Nyamla Nebara Simchen Tam Dewa Dan Devi Gyutan Dembara Simchen Tamche Dunga Dan Dunga Ji Gyutan Chawara Simchen Tamche Dunga Mebe Dewa Dan Mindra Simchen Tamche Nirin Chadan Nidan Trave Nyamla Nebara Sajibyo Juji Me Do Rio Ro Ni Ye De Yen Sange Jindu Medembu Dekenanda Jela Chebarasha Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kanyatayami.
Until enlightenment, I go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the accumulation of the practices of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Until enlightenment, I go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the accumulation of the practices of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Until enlightenment, I go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the accumulation of the practices of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. This ground spread with incense, adorned with strewn flowers, Mount Meru, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. I imagine it as Buddha land, and by offering it to you, may all living beings enjoy this pure land. Thus, meeting the teaching of the peerless teacher is due to the spiritual mentor's kindness. I dedicate this virtue for all living beings to be cared for by excellent spiritual friends. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayam.
Kongi tujingi zongwa kawa tamche pambe chere tambe chun tungi be kodamde lo cha lo. Ya da chudki zawa semba zanga yinzena da chud siyadel kaje zawa de semba zangbo dan semba ngamba tupale. Semba zangbo sidigala yani jambadan, ninjedan. Wada di ngoyonsu zoba mimbarchene chanchuki semzingde. Tate la semba zangaji gyuni yamare. Semba zangasho chanchuki semjibuchire. Wada semba gawa kandichi jebayena chanchuki semji zimbaji jebayena. Mini chusundu guware. Chusundu nani top chumbu chagware, pitabu chagware, yabu chagware. Wada temayimbat tini semba ngombe guni lawa ina. Ngan tangi nada, kora korgi nada, karjigi nada, chusundugu amare. Ko chukorang yadu kaja mare, kuno wangi, any pe yadu keper chasore, the pe miswa ketchambres.
And so it has said that the root of the Dharma is whether one comes from a wholesome intention or an unwholesome intention. And when we speak about a wholesome intention, a good intention, then this is the mind of love. This is the mind of compassion. Whenever we are engaging through what is the essence of love and compassion, when we bring that to full maturity, this ripens into bodhicitta. And so this good intention is the root of this bodhicitta. And whatever it is that we practice, whatever good deeds and virtuous activities we practice, if our mind is fused with bodhicitta, this is how it becomes Dharma practice, an actual spiritual practice. Fused with bodhicitta, it becomes Dharma, it becomes powerful, it becomes rich with blessings, and it becomes authentic, all based on whether or not we're coming from a place of altruistic intent. Otherwise, if we're not holding the altruistic intent, this is what is called the unwholesome intent. And if we have an unwholesome intent for whatever reason, whatever that is particularly based in at the time, whether it's very much our action at the time is very much based in self-centeredness, or very much based in just being a very samsaric concern, whatever it is that we're doing, it will not become the Dharma. This is not the path of the Dharma. Whether it's the path of the Dharma doesn't come down to the activity or practice that we're doing. It really comes down to our attitude when we are doing it.
Tendidi yinrimbo jinang dedu gala yang chik semna la topanam do mambo jilemne semne yon ya nyaga chin yore. Tendidi gala tanguni ngaranzu samlen gyurwe thoni. Ngaranzu samna deya de chweche nani ta sam nyamdu gyab sidigala putu chungwaji zigi yorwa. Sam gyab nyamba tang nrubachi sidigala putu chungwaji zigi yore. 당원에 닌디코고 야보시라송 야보중송 삼대는 된데 뒤세대 찾아 개비철 가리 유튜브 이나 지난 전분리라 차고지 레데 수송문에 그와 양다버지 제용도가라 아니 즉 셈내기 때문에 마용 아니 그와데
Kare semla mayon?
셈라 셈제단 때문에 미용야다 셈기 나자
Semne.
때문에 미용하다 아니 그와 간 제바데 피다부지 차야요래 수술로 던든 기르고 하래 이 인디가라 간지 랑게 삼내 토니 그 군웅당 때문에 삼내 토니 아니 셈기 마기 조연도 와시 추순으로 만도 셈 돈 조연도 와시 제조배 미스베 내치 모르겠어
And so now, while the world around us is experiencing an epidemic of great proportions, outwardly, actually, in the outer world right now, at the time of this pandemic, there are many adverse circumstances, very non-concordant factors to our experiences in life. We have really this virus and this great epidemic disease that is all around us. And actually, so there is the possibility of contracting. If we go outside, then there is the possibility of us contracting this virus and becoming sick. And if we stay cooped up inside for a very long time, then there is the danger of this really affecting us mentally, where really we can become very absorbed in all kinds of thoughts and all kinds of thinking and mental proliferations at this time. But actually what we should look to do is transform our thinking at this time, really change the way we're thinking about our current experience. And actually, we can look at this like a great retreat. To enter into retreat is said to be really wonderful and amazing, right? That we enter into a retreat is so great, really great. It's so excellent. We get to make accomplishments during this retreat and really absorb ourselves into practice. So we should transform our way of thinking. And here we are all saying, oh, this is great, amazing. Now the parameters are set for my retreat. I can stay in and I can practice anytime, all the time. I can use this time for practice. So we should really look to transform the way we're thinking about the situation that we're all in right now, just like that. And in this way that although the pandemic is all around us, we're inside and we're protected from that. And we're also protecting ourselves from kind of the mental problems that can arise from being part of all of this. And you know, whatever virtue it is, whatever we're doing, let's look at it at this way at this time. And it's very important and a crucial and key point to know that this all comes from one's own thinking, what we think. Our experience is all based on our own attitude and all of the thoughts that we're thinking, right? Whether we're happy or unhappy, ourselves feeling optimistic or pessimistic, that all comes from our thinking, right? And actually all of our Dharma comes from our intention and the way that we're thinking about it as well.
talent samdela rosoma yommares baby yabores roa tomada sam khajela kongsuwa rujiche de yambe 공가로 잡고도 그래서 견자도 도와 다 talent samdela 공요 말에 다 수수문이 우고숨 개발라 자르투바지당 아니 셈라 뽑아게야 장주기 셈기 파인드도 삼았당 다저는 예가지도 삼았당 아니 타르베 파인드도 삼았당다 셈라 프로알 레벨라 디도 파인드도 마토나 프로알레 그마와 프로아 통화이나 디 덩이지 레게 덩이르나 덩이 때라면 덩이와 덩이 때라면 dum발레 그래 엔 포발레 그래 포발은 뚜 남면 셈 줌발레야 말해 그 미스버 개침 모래 둘이 내가 용해야 돼셈 줌소나 아니 똑바남도한다 민달레 그래 셈나 것도 있나
똑바 야메나 똑바 tetsun
똑바 남도 nem바던데 레베나 셈나 줌발레 그래 줌발 레베 깽긴 남도 nem바샤라 세그래 고니 판 분순 좋아지 그래 자자 셈나 뛴 남이야 줌발레 고갑도 뛴 남이한테 이어 말해 뱀미스베 깨지 모래
Another really great thing we can think about is at this time, you know, we're all inside. We're not spending a lot of money. You know, there aren't so many expenses as they usually are. I mean, and usually think about what we have to spend to actually go into a formal retreat. This costs a lot of money usually. And so this is really, you know, quite amazing, a really unusual and fortunate opportunity. And please do the very best you can that through all of your actions of body, speech, and mind, all of the ways that we can spend our energy come through the body, speech, and mind, the doors of body, speech, and mind. And please use those doors of body, speech, and mind to constantly accomplish virtue. Accomplish virtue from the inspiration that comes from when you think about the qualities of bodhicitta, when you think about the amazing qualities, peerless qualities of bodhicitta, then a real confidence arises, a real confidence that can't be turned back. You think about the qualities of bodhicitta, you think about the qualities of liberation, and in this way, an inspiration really will come to one. One will really, from this inspiration, one will be inspired into diligent action. One will really be diligent with one's time, and you won't waste your time. And so we'll be diligent with our time. There'll be a devoted interest. When we become diligent in something, we develop devoted interest. We develop a real positive attitude and a real confidence about what we're doing that we cannot get dissuaded from. And this is a very powerful, transformative process. However, on the other side, if we begin to get all down and out and feel oppressed, then suddenly all kinds of thoughts, all kinds of negative thoughts start to arise. And actually these two work mutually. They are actually mutually cooperative. One's discouragement leads to lots of thinking, negative thoughts. And one's negative thoughts leads to discouragement. It is a lose-lose situation. And so when we work in the other way, where we build inspiration and where we build confidence and devoted interest that cannot be dissuaded, we will not waste this precious opportunity.
전주 리우땅부터 올라왔다. 전주기 생기 파인 때는 빼 남자 망부 송디야래. 대나는 주주의 타동계인들라 강라 생기 담바 린젠데. 겨와티 꿀라 차차로 우서 송도와. 강라 넉받잖아 대대로 대윈 유니클라 겹치 송도와. 이 전주기 생 파인서와. 지나가서 미지긴 촌놈 때리잖아. 농할 기가 어려워. Janju sem tugula yejik genjila, ini nobajina chunumbaina, dela dungal kiale do de dewan jungware. Di janju ki semgi diredoa. Ini janju ki sem singinde tugula kechane misame ini be chajo usukirware. Kanza semgi tambarin chende sigdoa. Tambabene pul중 약초 semnan tape 상부 윤된 꼬나메 받을 차디로 장주기 셈지긴데 젬펜 덴데지 연댕이 강사지라 셈로 줌바스긴데다 뛴 남야요 용해요 말에 셈 빼고는 용해요래 덴데기 장주기 셈로 툴려 연댕인지기 애니베 베 젠든제라 뛴 남양 르땅 말에 제가 pen mesiba ke chimbu cha de orda janju sem tu gile yongeng ta pe mangbu jige nga pe nga nyawa ke ni pe tunro ke ni nyawa ton che kan ro ni de ne janju ki sem da hajang sem pe tu chimbu insa di ge top gi nyawa ke go sem na ke ro jige o marwa 근데 pen yores pe tezo samadanda ngone ngazo droake ala pe pengri daljornya gatezo pena ngazo lytende dalwa gen jora ju samwe lytendi dusani nechega yore kori gyure yasani gi lytende toni tarpatuje jisungu arwa tezo samadanda ngazo jungwa mido
And so speaking of that very precious mind of Bodhichitta, please go back to the first chapter in The Way of the Bodhisattva, where you can read and review the extraordinary qualities and power of Bodhichitta, where within that first chapter it says that to those that within their mind hold this precious jewel of Bodhichitta, to those I prostrate. And ordinarily, when we have the mind, when harm comes to one experiences harm. One feels pain, one feels misery, but one of the qualities of bodhicitta is that even if one were to try to harm you, with a mind, when you have bodhicitta in your mind stream, no harm can come to you, even if a person tries to cause you harm. That's one of the extraordinary qualities of having the mind of bodhicitta. This harm actually is turned away. It's averted. It actually turns into happiness. All averted. All of this comes from having this extraordinary and precious mind of bodhicitta. And as was said by Master Shantideva in that quote, to those of you who hold the precious mind of bodhicitta in the mind stream, you are worthy of prostration. It is the absolute, utter best quality that one can hold in the mind, the altruistic wish to benefit others. In that, having that mind, an individual will never be discouraged. They will constantly be walking a path of their own inspiration. They can never be turned away from it. The mind of altruism, the wish, the mind that solely works for the benefit of others, when one has that, one will never abandon the altruistic mind. When you have bodhicitta, you will never forsake the benefit of beings. Actually, if someone has bodhicitta in their mind stream, like the great bodhisattvas actually pray to take birth in the lower realms. They pray for the benefit of beings that they will go to the hell realms. Pray as they might to go to the hell realms, they will never go to the hell realms holding that mind of bodhicitta. It won't work. So really think about that. Think about the quality and power of holding this kind of an attitude and what the benefits are. And also think about having obtained this precious human body that is so difficult to find. The precious human body, not only a human body, but we have this human basis that has the endowments and the leisures, the freedom to practice the Dharma. On one hand, this body is the cause of being in samsara, of having a samsaric existence. But on the other hand, on the positive side, it is also the very basis on which and through which we can accomplish liberation. And so when you think about those kinds of things and benefits, there's just no way to get discouraged.
Ani tema nyechar dabe kanchi jawa kudan chusumbe kuzime ani jawa tende ke kabla thoyo lama sa jungdo so buji
Gyalwa ani kuchan katsu
chuksumba
chuksumpa
ya nyechar re ta tharimbo se ke marwa ani mito jingi jindore ani thoyo lama sa jungre sopo lama jire thoyo lama
Di kongi tsen
Hong Kong toyo tene toyo lama jire sopo lama jire ya kongi ta ngape jingle pekala tanga nga nyawa chigo tonda jela nyawa chigo zade nyawa chigo mindu chanjugi sengi tonda ta jingle hendu dus ni tonda de tu masonsung re
ani susung pore ani
toyo lama oh
kongi ani tukla nga nyalwala
nyawa chigo ta semjeng tonjela
laso
semjenane dungal nar checho de nyawa cha de ro
yeah
Ile kene ne be semjin tonjego samjungde data yi chanjugi semgi topge tegi kegmi donga tajin le ken rudu ser sungre ni tonta de tuma sungsungre ngaranzo tamana tendeji rewaj gyajuna chanjugi sem gombore tajornya kasanda militonze to tangme chusus tangyo amare ka tup ka dije de ta gevechola kha gyure tang gawa eni be 양내양도 삼당거든 뱀미스빈 내 전부 차디요래
아니 드네 라마 아니 토yon 라마 당 아니 아티샤 당 gyalwa kuchen suchumpa 아니 드랄와 카리카리요래
마 아티샤 콘조귤라 장주기 세미여인자 원바타 직바 직양여와
라서 아티샤
마 장주기 세미귤라 용인 강가때가요래
라서 아니
장주기 세미귤라 장주기 세미귤라 됐나 Wata samlute khorguar janju sem gula maldena khabure
laso
janju sem zinda hachang sem nipa chenjire sem popa chen seminani tap thartu jire
laso ani dene gyalwa rinpoche kutren sunchumpa ani
jusumbe kablare tanda thoy lama singide
de kabla laso
tatena jin janju sem thugule yede kadambe geshi mangpi ta tamgi yore tateso kadambe geshi to so tharinirwa Thoy lama zendeta yakutu chusumda tanye chabarwa tinding anonso samtangi na janju sem gule kiegi samtangi na ye yokyo jijo me kyoji lagu marwas senji de kanzo ngazo tanye yona semla zu che yongdo
semla zungche
zu semla pembuche yongdo semla pembuche
pembuche
semla ta Nyechar tendi chiyoina ngayen tendi chiyoina ngala yung pe tendi chanchuki semseng de gyule kigir samgirwa. Pe misiyo kechimbo res.
And so regarding having true, authentic bodhicitta, Atisha speaks about a particular case of a Lama, Toyun Lama, a Mongolian Lama who lived at the time of the 13th Dalai Lama. So the story was not from too long ago, actually. So this isn't one of those like old urban legends or something that was long, long, long ago. This was very recent history. And the Toyun Lama prayed and prayed, may I take birth in the hell realms. In the hell realms, there is unrelenting pain and torment. May I please take rebirth in the hell realms to alleviate the suffering of those beings. And he said, I prayed and prayed to go to the hell realms, but I didn't take rebirth in the hell realms. And so Atisha has said that it is a mind of bodhicitta like this that we need to have. If you don't have bodhicitta, this is what we should aspire to. This is the kind of hopes and prayers we should have for our future. This is what true bodhicitta is. And Lord Atisha said, if you don't have this, then, this isn't the same, level of bodhicitta. Now, when we talk about this level of bodhicitta, this is like the ultimate. This is, really high level bodhicitta. This is when you have really and fully accomplished bodhicitta. But we should all actually be inspired by this story. We have, now that we've attained human form, we have abilities within this human form of existence, and we should not waste them. We should spend them doing good things, good deeds, wholesome actions, spend them in virtue. And so Lord Atisha, one of the past great masters of the Kadampa lineage, now the Kadampa, it's been said that there are so many Kadampa masters of the past that had such great bodhicitta in their mind streams. But the Kadampa lineage, that was a long time ago. But this story that we have here, and there are many other stories, but this story like we have here with Toyun Lama, this was not so long ago. And so we shouldn't think that, that's, a pipe dream. That's, doesn't happen these days. This was not so long ago. Don't think that it's not possible. Actually be confident and be inspired into having the same kind of bodhicitta.
아니 대간다 그산 참되니 주이나 솔로가 둠바드레 둠바 something이 리우게 솔로가 둠바 다
시단 칼완냠 쳔나
셈든 남라 차지나 생지도 솔로가 둠바
okay nye peshala shloka ani dumpa re raso
어다티 대갈로 가잖아 tarpat vengeje bas taran jinjin kunlabe nyumung yorwa chaso nyumung la soba chaso nyumung de tarpat vengeje gres ta tungla tarpat vengeje gres nge jede chaso nyumung de je ta ngazo ran jinjin shu chombo yede 대간라 denjinda ran jinjin shu chombo yena ta nyumung de shu cheru yare
Denzindang Daksin?
Rang Jinjin.
Rang
Jebrazim Jinjin. Then Yumong Shu Chegura. Yumong Shu Chejana, the Yumong de Karchegre, Tarpat to Belange Jegres. Tarpas in the Karel, Tarpas in the Kandijilong wins in Jegora, Tambo, Tarpat wins in Chegudua. Let on Yumong Zepetars and Sungumuludugi. Let on Yumong Zepetar. Let on your moon Namtole. Teta, truly, trepale, 똥반이 가버기를 제송래.
Okay, la seconda yang kier chik ledang nyomong
제페타르. 레다 뇽몽 제베이나 텔라 타르팔레 그레스.
Disapoto nipa.
레다 뇽몽 남돌레스. 다 레다 뇽몽 생인데 간리레 깨버레스 두가라 술지마임베 남돌레 깨버레스. 술미인제게 남돌라 그래.
아니
술미인제게 남도. 술미인제게 남도. 남돌레 깨버레스. 남도 nembal레. yang tapa maye ma nam to ngambale ke bares sumi ji ki nam to le tele ke bares ota sumi ji ki nam to de kan di kare yor es na tripa denzin le ke res teta tule tripa le si do
trupa denzin
di temper tuba
di sutrup sumpa
oh
okay sutrup sumpa yang ke trupa den
Tibetan Teta Tulu Tripale Sidula, Tripa Denzindri. Lember to be then, Lember Zimbade, Lember Zimbadenzinde.
Okay, Dendrup.
Oh, Lember Zingiorwa. You'll Nangana Jinji, Pe Sutu Yovajin, Nangana Jinji, Semna Jengior Chade, Nang Zingiorwa. There is some Semna Chumbujin Legiorwa, Denzin Lagara. Tatendo denzinde kareke kegore sidala tombanyi tona dendoe dembrbe denzinde kegire tombanyi matona kegi mare la verdad eda tole tole tombanyi jinga bargirus tongi to bello lo kone tongi to bello chikbu ka thuburo mato jenda ka thuya yo mare la bre
oh laso
bemisbe kechmudo te keranto 이게 쉬 되니 양양도 섬당나 된 펜도요래 이게 답에 코라 코줄데 숨고도 레다 뇽몽생인데 가서 누가 땡이 되지 레다 뇽몽데 뇽몽제다다 미규이 레시드가래 미규이 레드르다 다 맞아 코라 펜지길래 미가암 코라 펜지기 자제 게빌레다 용거래 단지 코라 펜지기 레들라 단다 레데 코라 펜지기 레디지 레디기 레당 뇽몽티길레 아니 게 유데 드버 수미지기 남도드지 남도 케시 지데 렘버즈미 덴진디지 덴진 도야게 탑실라 송이도 별로 맞아요 말해라 바테리 디슈 좀 도와
And so whatever we do should be really carried about in a way that we are infused, not separated from the reason that we're doing it is for the purpose of all sentient beings. We should be infused with this thought in whatever we do. This is called having the altruistic intention, the perfect intention of Bodhichitta. And now we'll pick up in our text where we left off. We're in the 8th chapter on the Way of the Bodhisattva, the chapter on meditative concentration. And we will pick up in chapter 8, on verse 7. And in verse 7, really very much directly speaks to the afflictions, especially the afflictions of self-cherishing and of clinging attachment, and speaks to the fact that it is self-cherishing and clinging attachment, afflictions like this, that actually obstruct the door to liberation. Through our attachment, through our afflictions, we're blocked through the door of liberation. And what feeds these afflictions? What really feeds the afflictions is clinging to a true and substantial reality, clinging to our reality. In clinging to our reality, this feeds us into self-cherishing. And then what happens here through clinging to a true and real reality and cherishing is self-cherishing, then this feeds the afflictions. They become stronger and stronger. It feeds them. And this is what blocks us from being liberated. This is why we are not free. And so basically the afflicted state blocks us from attaining the liberated state, from liberation. So first we must identify, what is liberation? What is this freedom that we're attaining? And so as it is said, the complete exhaustion of karma and the afflictions is liberation. Through the arising afflictions, we have arising thoughts and create karma. We cling to intrinsic existence of a true reality. And in order to realize, the way to realize, to end this and realize liberation is to have an experience, to realize emptiness. And so here it says that in the third line that we cling to intrinsic existence of a reality. And what this means, what is being, and so what Master Shantideva is saying, Nagarjuna is saying here, so this quote is by Nagarjuna. Is in the Precious Garland of the Middle Way. What he's saying here in this third line about clinging, because we see things in a way that we hold an intrinsic existence in them. When we are observing our outer appearances, our outer situation, we fixate in a way that we take them as to be real and true in existence. And because of this is what really feeds like the strength behind our feelings and emotions, because we are feeling and really have the notion that everything is real and existent just the way it appears. And it said in the last line that except for realizing emptiness, there is no way, there's no other way to break the cycle. There is no other way to remove this obstruction. The only way that we can reverse this is through seeing emptiness. And so in the first line that explains what is liberation, it is the complete exhaustion of karma and the afflictions. So we've talked about the afflictions and how they obscure us and what feeds into them. But now what about this karma? When we talk about karma here, we're talking about negative karma. Negative actions. Negative actions are the cause of everything that is problematic in our lives. They cause us problems. And so we're talking about this negative actions that actually, this karma, this is the karma that is a propelling karma. This is a propelling karma that actually is the cause for us to take rebirth in samsara. And then we have the contaminated activities, not perfectly pure activities, but contaminated activities or karmas of afflictive emotions. And then these afflictive emotions come from Gondaki yankev chik ani yankev chik di tamatamatela ani zakchegile dene sulmegi.
Ta kro penjigile. Lede ani chumijing namtoli kerwa. Lede nyomonte chumijing namtoli ke. Chumijing namtode dembrze denzilike. Dembrde me denzinde mapa pardo sumachon pardo ta namto gigima dendigora lede nyomon zeba meba pe chu nyarmana jion degirwa. Tate zeya thapchela karior zedala chum dembrze me denzinde zeyala toni tobel tawa khona nyaji mado jenda yo mares. Ti zeyala to toni tobel tawa de yule ke gore zer sungore. Te misiba ke jemo sungorta te ne chembore. Katsuji ke chembodo da. Maranzo nyumung kena dungan dingi wada samlo tangana hakudo. Samlo matan de nanda ha shira rathugu marmata samlo tangena rathugudo. Te misiba ke chembo chadi ores.
So we have the propelling karma of the afflictive emotions that have come from clinging to a reality. This propelling karma it propels us and perpetuates samsara. This comes from the afflictive emotions. The afflictive emotions come from clinging to true existence. And what is the source of ending clinging to this true existence except for realizing the view of emptiness? There is no other way. And so think about it. This is really a crucial point. If we think about the afflicted mind, we experience suffering, but we don't think about it. We don't connect it to the afflicted states, and that's which we do under the afflictions. But once we make that connection and we think about it, then we have something we can work with.
Zebala Trapasi Gormato, Lenin Mazena Trapasi Sigumare Sirwa. That Kajati Lenin Zebe Tarping Gate in the carriers that Tarping Gate Motoji or Winzing Gore. Oh, Senjan Nala Charge and Acid Sunda. So Simjan Namla Chargena and Daniel Kunin Dupes, Kunin Dips. Simjan Lanibe. You send them a Simjan Namla Chapakini, Jinchachini. Yandangil Kunin Deep Sidila, any trade something in Nilula, Jinchate Wangi, Yomondam Jinchate Wangi, and Nilu Mama Mother, deeper chickries. Here is Simjan G project, Tamarin Yangan Duarcurus. Ta zajengeling in Pumbodi, Sepa Croat, Sepa Dochala Suba, Hene, Corolla and Be, Corregi lady Sadigiri, Corolla Korea. Any Kushi Makeji, any Kushi Kiadan Tizu, Meazusha Grace, Jiperchini. Meazusha, the Indugala, Lungal Guni, Cotuina, Tarbasing the Tobia. Toya yo marela tendi midela kazatela tingunidwa mazo tarpa tangbo ninjung gudo kyoshi gudo o dungal ni ba ngotre dungal dela ani pe kyondota ini o dungal ni ba ngoja ji thona dungal tele tharshin threya ndu mindu chi hago growa tharchi chi growa 말아서 좀봐 요건데서 전에 준대건데서 근데 전들이 들어와라 답에 양이 팀 차장지 창거리 양이 그 세번 먹보지 때문에 타답지기로 와. 어떤 소리지래. 그때 배 딜레 타고나 중알들라 견도 따오도 녀몬을 견도 따오도 중알 깨지 유 녀몬달 에는 크로아친지게 랭난 바트 그라 견도 산에 팀에 사바데 제버제 마사바 양 서도 미사에게 탑실 메고로 이게 전부리 간지 차소 녀몬데 탑비현 레제 숨은 거 같다. 니지기 사람은 돈 올려요 망보
Chak sung.
차소 녀몬도 저 탈비켄레스 탈빈게레스 거래 녀몬도 탈빈게레스 저 탈빈게 뭐마데 ran 진진데 다 덴퍼즈메 덴진데기래 다 딩이래다 녀몬치가 알아
And so this karma can be brought to an exhaustion. It can come to an exhaustion. But at the point where it is blocking, it is preventing us, it is causing an obstruction, we need to look at that which causes the instruction. And so we turn to our text where it says, if I crave for other beings, a veil is cast upon the perfect truth. So a veil is cast. This is that obscuration to liberation. And how is the veil cast? It's cast by our own obsessions and fixations over things, over people, over experiences, over our craving. Our craving itself casts this veil upon the perfect truth. All of, and in this way, we have not turned towards the Dharma. We have not abandoned samsara or renunciated ourselves from samsara. And we have the afflictive emotions. We're afflicted. And because of this, because of this affliction, we're veiled from seeing the perfect truth, the natural state. That's why it says a veil is cast upon the perfect truth. We're obsessing and fixating and attached. And because of this, we have many emotions, and these emotions prevent us from seeing the perfect truth. And having then, it further says, wholesome delusion melts away, and finally there comes the sting of pain. So now that we have taken on the suffering aggregates of a body, this body of samsaric existence, actually we cannot, as long as we cannot break this perpetuation until we destroy the cycle of having these afflictions. And so in order, basically what's being said is, as long as we have the causes of suffering, there is no liberation for us. And that's really true, right? We can look, as long as we have suffering, we don't have liberation. And so without complete renunciation for samsara, there will be suffering. And so first we have to look at this suffering. We have to look in our experience, and we have to see that actually this is something that is unfavorable. It's unsatisfactory. and it's problematic for us. And so this is something you need to do yourself. You can look and see, are you free from suffering? Check and see. Are you free from suffering? You need to really, really look inside and analyze that. Actually, all of the main points and different disciplines of the Dharma were brought to refinement through analyzing and through debating the points. And they were brought down to the very essential, quintessentialness through refinement, through analyzation. And so look and see if that suffering is there. Because if there are the afflictions, then there are the causes of samsara. And so what we need to do is stop accumulating the causes of samsara through these afflictions. And afflictions such as attachment and fixation and all of the different kinds of afflicted mental states that we have. These are exactly what prevents us from liberation, from freedom. And so we need to understand that those all come basically from two places, from self-cherishing, really clinging and cherishing the self, and to seeing a true reality, fixating to the notion of a true reality. All of that is based in those two things.
야, 다 karmanga da chuji chagdo yang chuzu tos kuyan karmanga chuji kuyan jage.
So let's take about a 5-minute break, everyone. Take, in
5, 10
between,
kijang kuji.
5 to 10 in between. What do you think? So just wanted to catch everyone up. I think we'll get ready to start here. Geshe La said, and in just a moment we'll get to the 8th verse, and we'll look at first, he said, at the first 2 lines of that verse. But I just wanted to translate what I was clarifying with Geshe La. So in this second line of the 4 lines from Nagarjuna, by the way, Geshe La said, please, you should write it down and you should read it again and again, because it is of really great, a very key point, and you should read it again and again. And then you'll understand, when you really understand the meaning of that verse, you'll understand why it is really so important to study and then realize emptiness. And so when he's talking about the second line, this is what I was clarifying, that from like the afflicted mind, the mind and the afflicted emotions, or from karma and the afflictive emotions, what he's saying here about this particular kind of afflictive emotions and conceptual thinking is, and there are different classifications of karma. He said this particular kind of karma is the karma that we accumulate because we have a mistaken notion of that which appears to us as being real and existent. Any karma that's committed through the delusion of seeing it, or through the misunderstanding of taking it as to be just the way it appears, this is the particular kind of karma that we then need to bring to an exhaustion. So anyways, he was pointing out that particular kind of karma, which means really appropriating a true real existence where there is none. and any karma that's committed under that. And I said, well, isn't that kind of every, doesn't that kind of isn't that a big umbrella? And he said, absolutely. Our, afflicted thinking all comes under that umbrella.
A question about where the quote comes from.
Umarin, does it Umarin Chintramwa?
Umarin Chintramwa.
Yeah, again, that is from the Precious Garland of the Middle Way by Nagarjuna.
Yeah, that's Shologa Jepagi Kampa Tampuni. Take a Karzana, Taljor Chususum Bas, Maranzo, Yabo Majana, Talwage, Jorachu Sandeke, Mili Rimbuchi, the term about Roshagre, Chusus Rugres, that is Sengure.
Ani Sikang Gepa,
eh? Shologa Jepa Kampa Tampuni.
Della Sempa Bashiki?
Kare.
Della
Sempa Bashiki, Cindy, Temin Dawan Guruzet is
okay.
That Tela Zidugala, the Bigula, the Banganzo, the Bigula, when the Guchalang opposite, take it over. The Bigula, some Mambo, Tagara, Tanya Tela, Samudan Dana. In the Bigula, you Mopo Pesha, sometime the engine. Any Cindy Tonta never chan with us, doing that Rugre, you said the Zord race. Matsutonta Mumade, Vicky Nani Tardu, Minibinyanderwa, Ningode. The need send the young about Skanjang Samdana, the Raya Mido. What a tilago.
And
The Bimureda.
Lasso.
Then
and so here in the first line here in English of the first two lines in Tibetan, my thoughts are all for them, and thus my life is frittered by. And said here, it says, are all for them. And what this means is the objects of our desire, all of the things and objects and all of the things we grasp after and spend all of our money on, all of those things, whether, it's foods and perfumes or, cars, whatever it is, objects of the desire, that we spend all of our time thinking about them, giving our hard-earned money away from them. In the end, what we're really doing is wasting away our precious time. And because actually, when it comes to ultimate happiness, what, really true bliss and happiness, finding happiness means achieving non-abiding nirvana. It means reaching nirvana, and we will not reach nirvana in this way.
Then Gachin Ruba, John then again, though Gachin Rubin and this Nore. The pay Yenten Take Kawani, Lensi Chudunjin to Womingurs. The pay Yendela Bear, Rabo Yendegen, Tebo Yendegen, Lensi Chuduna Jinja, Lensi Chuduna, Coming Codina Sele Omarwa. Mama
Gelse Laklen,
Mare, do Gachin Ruba.
Do Gachin Rupa. Okay.
Do Gachin Ruba, John then this one.
Oh, lasso.
The pay and then Rabo Yendegen to do. Lenses Chutuna, Cotina Momia Yomaris. The Baka, Cotina, the Bak Sananga Mania Bedumas, the one Dua. The passing the Zoya Yomar, Uni. Could Samji Susi, Choshi Genamato, Yan, the end the Mena Mindigere. Could search in Bogore, Mazuzaja Pumbode, Co Tsogura. So in the end, then so or Mado. Then a madama to the middle, and they didn't Nekabla.
Tande
Nekabla, then let the Nitorwa, so are they. Mazupumpude. Kalaware, Tulore, the Zukorwa. You're not said to water. Trang me pa pe de kyang la de na lens chu do na ji res lens chu na saju thune ma komgir ma do komnge tang marwa selg marwa kombe dungal selg marwa oda rimbo go re la go kan ji
se rimpo go re
oh rimbo chi
so rimpo
oh shiragin do pa chimbo ma je ji do pa tene me wa ma je ji lui soyagin do pa guguarwa de
yeah
guguarwa
that's gore
oh
conduct that's hakomason
deyen singindela shirage jinja jambo je khorna kyangkya
dice bodo
ji talne de gyo mares tene lense chutuna jinji digi kom deyen gi dungal de sel tugu marela
oh laso okay
lense chutuna kom be dungal sel tugu marwa saju
okay
odena jire lare ya maso mirijin deyen gun ginu ko mares de chatal pe ti marengo na chatal zonde cheyade ya tata deg marwa gangal thigwa
oh laso
kanche rimboji gugore kilmaji hajang chumbo member hajang level member kilmaji la
oh laso and so the Buddha has said in the sutra Gyatchen Rupa of a great something like great expansive form sutra. I don't have the exact translation for that, but what the Buddha said about the objects of the sense pleasures is that the objects of the sense pleasures, attachment to the sense pleasures is like drinking salt water. The more you drink, the more the thirst increases. And this is because actually the very nature of them is that we will never, through enjoying them, consuming them, they will never bring us satisfaction. We become, we are unsatiated and we keep going back for more. But actually we keep going back for more, but the more we go back, the more we want. We're never satisfied. It's like how salt water will never quench your thirst. And we can look at it and see actually that engaging and just constantly consuming things that bring us pleasure and delight, and they really don't take away our suffering, just like salt water doesn't quench our thirst. No matter how much we buy and eat and watch and read or smell, it doesn't satisfy us, and it does not remove our suffering. So here it's saying, be really be very measured about what you take in and what you consume. In order to, live our lives, right? We need things. We need to eat things. We need to wear things. There's some things we do need to buy and eat and use and partake of, but we really need to be measured in that. We should just take, just enough to be, really take care of our needs, but not to be overindulgent, because there is no end to that kind of overindulgence.
Oda da sholo ga gepe kampa chimani da ugubatere kampa tu yare tege karazana tonchambunji ngandro tipas tap nyomon tege ani pe ta ngazo toncheso tonta dongma te ngazo dikidirwa dewan deada gibo ani tarpada tamje kimbe kopanda ngazo tangone tonta ngoma de terwa ani nyomon chibaina tonchembo jibarche gres tezu meazu shagres diki de meazu gres ani te machebe ta ngandro tindu gres ta te labgore sholoka Kambachi ni
Lasso.
Kambatu doa. Kambatu teki.
Lasso. And so here, the next part that we'll look at in the text is going to be the last 2 lines in English of verse number 8, and then verse number 9. So in Tibetan, that is 6 of those lines of Tibetan. And what these lines are dedicated to revealing to us is that as long as we have the afflictive emotions, it destroys the very, very thing that we want. And we've just been speaking about the very thing that we want. It is happiness. It is the great happiness of liberation. It is freedom. It is omniscience and liberation. That's what brings true happiness. And when we generate the attitudes of the emotions, the afflictions, this completely destroys that any chance of that happiness.
Tapa meben zashiki sigdoa. Tapa meben zashiki siade karazana rangi chik nyen dumbo nyen nidu zaungoshi choche chopu yorwa. This is tempusin marwa. Lemsan gyudugdoa. Any ngarazo setroji nada. Tape zazanina. Any ku yan daldoya tendi udoa. Tapa me ben zashe gis. Tata tizo pe ranging kona tempo inde kenji ten zawani na mares. Ta nidu kangareda. Yuntu chekan ji parnguru se yuntu sidigala tempo tarbale jagurta. Yuntu de nichibe yuntu zeda. Nichibe dojidan grome be yuntu tempo tarbatinda haje temporis, yundunajin temporis. Hituje yichigang any be any Kunyumo wangi mezo dugude, Tambechigam jibar mezo dugures. Shidang kalpa nyamchanas, jiba sedeta Puyan Tuntum, Shirag Ranchipu, sometimes the Gandal Jiba Sagore. Jen Samada. And it's that then Jiba in a Jibada Koran and Danda in the some Korge Danda ina, and of course the Kalpanyam Baza, the any pay Tumbuyungore. Oda Nep Nyamchana Neprangandro Drukunes Kalpa Minim per Tichena Jibaji Jasi, Kalpa Minim Bazadeta Chick Mone Jibas in data Ranchipu Samdange. Tile and it Tarpa Samdangan, Tamche Kemba Samdange, and a Genji Samdangan Tegida, that Jiba the Kalpa Manga Bachavre. And it Oda Jibat and Bechi Chaza, out that Tigitilla, any Ranchin Zena, Kutu Ranchipu Samdanganilla, Hyundu Tagroa. There's a Tarpa. Some corn they can take it. What? Temper Pentoyo Mare, take it all, Pentoyo Marella. Chibas in the talk morning on to Chidangi Natsuki Chipachi or Samli Chipachi or any Suki than Papa the day Chikdoa. Chibasuki was the day. What a day. Tanda di Samlo Reto, Samlo Ranchipu, some dan again take Chipadre.
Oh, lasso. And so now in the text, and we're in the second 2 lines of verse 8. My family and friends all change and pass. And so whoever it is really that we're connected with, whether we're connected to our families, our associates, our friends, these all really come in and out of our lives. They change all the time. There is no stability there. They're always changing. And then it says they're temporary, whether it be actual like friends or family, like our actual relatives, even within like our blood relatives, people are coming in and out of connection, and, get separated or disconnected. This is always happening. There's no stability. They're actually, we may know them for a little while. It's like here today, gone tomorrow. There's no stability in that. So that's what's meant here for my family, friends. All change and pass. For whom the changeless Dharma is cast out. And so for that which is temporary and changing, here today, gone tomorrow, any real, no real, true and lasting connection, for all of that, actually, we throw away, we cast away the purpose of the Dharma for something that is very meaningful. So for something that is very meaningful, we base our time in temporary and fleeting things, and then we lose actually what's really has worth and value, the Dharma. For if I act like childish beings, sure it is that I shall fall to evil destinies. So childish beings here, what this means is someone who is really immature. They're so caught up with themselves, so narrow-minded, everything is just about themselves. They can't see past themselves. This is what immature or childish beings means. And so why do I keep company with infants who lead me to a state so far from virtue? And again, it's, when we think of someone that's like an infant, they're so immature, they can't actually, do anything except be stuck in their own wishes. They never think about, anything other than themselves. There's no room for it. They just haven't, they haven't matured in a way that allows them to think in any other way. And then who leads me at a state so far from virtue. Because for people like this, there's no thought of anything else, no other thought of things like liberation or freedom or omniscience or any of these things. That's what these kinds of associates are like. Oh, and so, yeah, okay, lasso jiso.
Oh yeah, 다 솔로가 구바다 주바니 되게 가르라고 해서 집아스네 텐데 란친진슈 중보였네 다 삼로 랑아치부 삼데게 미디로 미나다 가자 가르지나 된다와데 아니 프로포지잖아 프로포 템부 용거 말해라 메센징 그시 템포지원에 배 카부 콜로 배 거디는 답딘진 되고 하지 자고도
가래라
맞아 나 신데 슈 중보 연대게 미데라 미나다 가자 가르지네 데라 란친지 슈 중보 용인다 프로포이나 프로포 템포 차고 말해지 그시 템포에 그 니제나 콜로 배 답딘진 되고 해 그 가래 라바데 젠데나 된 리고 그때마다 리고 말해 다딜라고 간지 집에 또 미생징 템버 가와 아시 다데시 거래 집아시 대란 진진 슈춤보여 근데라고 그래 어따디 쇼로가 예빠 우바다 주바니 그치 거래 어다테리 그치치기 자줄라시 다디 대란 진진 슈춤보여네 코 가야지까지 시나 렘상은 자부차네 그치지라베 렘상 가셔줘 차거와 유점징인 라양들스 아니 양들베 코마 그 삼로 마렘바지까지 시중에 가르치우나 너범마가나 lemsam da lo du gore
Mhm.
kutembu ya mare la re
Mhm.
gawe ne la thujibe tape ngone tonda ngoma la phe samlu ji ta ge na kwe lo ma pa na ene ko tho thuji ko thundu gore es kondu
Mhm.
es
Yeah.
susi kyo guar kas tende indiga jiba se kyo sinde kwe lo pa ba ji ka shi ya la pe kha bo yore es
Mhm. Lo Genpo.
wa o tende samlu pus ranchi po samdan de de la go ra
Mhm.
tende da susi kyo guar kas tende ranchi jinji shu chumbo yende ge midela ka shi ya la pe goya pe lo kwe lo pa ba ka shi ya kha bo yore es
Oh, lo bapya. Mhm.
o
Mhm.
템퍼먼트 투아기르스 코로나
Mhm.
돈다 뭐마 풀 페이지 했는다 그걸로 마법 인사 그 애니베 템퍼먼트 양 페이지 라구이나 대니 그걸로 마법에 그 컨트롤스 그래스 영원은 도와 딘산 미트네 용도 라이짱 펜을 더 버체스 대다 나니 마냠나 투에 간도 더 버기르스 아니 디지다니 베 디마잖아 아니 베 아니 디 트레이 겐진 공부 자위 겐진네 아니는 간도 틴도 그래스 디야 다디 란진진 견시거다 뭐마데 란진진 견시거래 란진진 견시진도 단데 아주 말한주 지도나라 란진진 슈충보 연대게 미데 란진 간티 용도 다디 쉐고
아니 추초클라 기면 치초클라.
지소
치초클라.
어
And so here, you know, these verses are really pointing out the difference between, you know, ordinary narrow-minded thinking, you know, as opposed to those with great, like, vast, you know, open mindsets. Is more like advanced ways of thinking, more evolved in their thinking. And so here in the text, one moment they're friends, the next they're bitter enemies. And so here, you know, we can see this, right? You know, at one day someone is our friend and, you know, the next day, you know, they're not. And, you know, they, you know, there's a falling out and, you know, all of a sudden they're, you know, they turn on us, they're enemies. And so even, you know, this kind of person, for example, as it says here next, even pleasant things arouse their discontent. This type of a person has no room to even like listen to what you're saying and consider it. They can't even like take in and wrap their mind around what someone else thinks. Their minds can't even go there. And so actually then they're they're upset. You know, they can't even hear what you're saying and they become upset very easily. So even pleasant things arouse their discontent. Ordinary people, it's hard to please them. And so, you know, with these ordinary people, it just, they don't have the capacity. Some individuals don't have the capacity to even let what you're saying, like, will never like dawn in their mind. It just, they can't get it. Even, and then in the next verse 11, a beneficial word and they resent it, turning me instead from what is good. And when I close my ears to what they say, their anger makes them fall to the lower states. So even when we say something nice, they get angry, you know, right? This is so many people are in the world like this, right? There's no pleasing them. You know, you say something nice, they're not happy also. And, you know, and then they get angry. And due to this, we know that they then fall to the lower realms, to the lower states. Their anger then brings them to fall to the lower states. You know, and you think about that now, like out just in the general public, how touchy people are. they can be really set off by something you say, even if you say something that is nice. And it really is the case in the sense of these immature or ordinary beings. If you think about this, think about when you're in a conversation with someone very narrow-minded, they only can think like it's only their way. Their way is the only way, like my way or the highway. That's the only way they can think. Really hard to have conversations with those kinds of people, isn't it? But actually, really for them, having, being so rigid and having so narrow-minded and being so just full of themselves and all these thoughts, it's not pleasant for them. Actually, there's a lot of suffering in this. The more thoughts, the more afflictive emotions, the more suffering. They have few friends, and also due to, this whole, all of this together, then they have, really increased mental suffering, mental illness. Really, it's so important to have an open mind about things, not be constricted and restrict yourself, but really be open-minded, be open, and there's so much benefit that we can have from this. This really benefits us in so many ways. We have that open attitude, we have more friends, and we'll have fewer, disturbing thoughts. Even the disturbing thoughts decrease simply from just being open-minded about things, not so fixed in our own opinions.
Yeah, that juji the juni, sologa juji the juni ni karela gore sugala. Tendek samlo pusuto boin de ranchinzin shu chombo yendegin jiba samlo pe pusuto boin de gentela pe metojing en no payo de manga chagres kodam pe dichebaina pe mato gala torun no payo de manga yongres.
Consumiendo dena.
Tadi desunguare. Solo que juji de juninica o desunguare. Don tade.
Hola so.
What is your good?
Hola so. And so in verse number 11 and verse number 12, these verses really speak to if we then associate with people like this, people who are really narrow-minded and immature and very, very selfish, actually this brings, suffering to ourselves. This can cause us problems. And so we learn in these two verses how, associating with them, will bring about, it won't bring about any good. It will bring about problems.
Wadate roda. Ta dindi sem pusto boyendegin ta tegitela anu rangle yenden toal yenden inanda penjero inanda any minginada dindi tumbu yendegin dela chatogi semna gangaji yores.
Oh, laso.
Nyambalan densem chigres. Tola chato nyamdan dens. Dala ngajal rangle nibe tosu yenden ina chunga. You benjorina chunga, mingina chunga yogan jiaro anda. Mabu in the gentella, any bay 텔레테네니 나겔키그레스
Mm-hmm.
애니베 미기 뜻바타나 애니 람상 tek바케 초조여레스
Mm-hmm.
템보야 말라레
Mm-hmm.
민년 저나 콘트케세 텔레 민년 바지 저베 고아이나 람상 콘트키그레 템보야 마레스
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
남지 찔레 펜바토 근데 이제 데네기 로충충 지바 푸스토보다라 같이 수직의 펜토 두야 빼 카부레스
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
지단로나 지발라 에 젠테 젠라 메바당스 아니 젠라 젠 랑라 테파 지바 테도 네 중게 네 투게 네 뉴게 라게로 젠라 베 콘종마르 콘뉴고 마르제 메라치그레스
Mm-hmm.
랑라 테파 당데 젠라 메라타이다 쿠라가베 탐라 소스 타 쿠르와 코제는 뉴몬쟁기 타페 가지시야단 테네베 차단치야라 빼 가보용 그레스
Oh. Mm-hmm.
미게치 그냥 네브런주스 테네 라페 미게와 테티게 차켄이 용수서 버여레 테네기 에 부스토 버치는 간사텔레 여레 라브레
Mm-hmm.
이거네 레도 어때 용도
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
당만아서 삼담 되게 배자로 야네양도 삼단데 미스빈 내 전부도 와
Mm-hmm. And, you know, these, in the next verse, you know, we think more specifically about some of the suffering that, and how the, you know, someone, if we have a narrow-minded mentality, what that experience is like. And what comes about due to that. So it more talks about specifically how that narrow-minded experience then translates into our real life experiences, where it talks about how, you know, someone who's really so all about themselves, as soon as they look and see someone else with greater qualities than them, maybe someone who has more money or nicer things, automatically they take a competitive side. All of a sudden they're kind of on the defense. And so as it says in our text in verse number 12, jealous of superiors, they vie with the equals. And so, you know, they're jealous of anyone that is, you know, higher, you know, of them or more accomplished than they are. And then they, you know, fight and contend with their equals. But they're proud to those below, and they strut when praised. And it's so true. When you say, you know, something that they like, they really, really like it. Oh, all of a sudden, you know, they love to be stroked, but don't say the wrong thing, but they love to be stroked. And say something untoward, they seethe with rage. What good was ever had from childish folk? And so really, you know, these kind of people, they're not stable at all. Depending on the situation in front of them, they are so fast to turn. You know, they can really, really change on a dime. And actually, you know, often they will, you know, say words like, oh, you know, I'm better than others. They're not as good as I am. And as it says in the next verse, keep company with them, and what will follow? Self-aggrandizement and scorn for others. And they do. They're always talking themselves up and putting others down. But if you talk about, in the text, talk about the good things of samsara, and every kind vice is sure to come. So as soon as you like feed those demons by like saying how great samsaric things are, like really feeding those demons, then they're all about it. You know, they jump on that bandwagon very, very much, and you've got their intention. And so this is the kind of person that we're talking about. And so, you know, really think, you know, this all comes down to the mentality. a certain mentality. And so really, it's important, Geshe says, please read these scriptures that point these things out again and again and again, because it is really to your great benefit to do so.
삼로 부수도보 랑진진 시거다. 데이데 리가라 로만 다와타베 대승도 담보 nga시달라 쟁기지 나긴 디징올라 차기바 zuchin chulder rama mebai rola niji kukan telandi zursungdo loban dawata bage tangbo nga singindi se nga zidi ngarjin di chumbo kegres ngarjin ti wangi jebe ngairwa ngi side tikene ni nga dela ting ngairwa di kegres nga da ngairu kenjene ene leda nyumo sane ne korwala korgudes tindege ene be yulden kazadela niji yulde tigidere sungu arwa
Gyuden
niji ni ta o tende nga ta ngairwa yulden degendela niji ge yul ngwemadere sungu are ninje sade tanda nga so be misiba niji mi yuldo ta simjen tamje danji mari bi Jamon sonda kan tegidele jagorwa. Leda nyumun kumbuindege.
Consola ninji kego.
Oh, ninji kege yulde tegiderwa. Cheda ngaranjo paya de ngada ngairwa de pangu gore. Kutyondwa. Sem pusu tobo pe ranjibu samdandan pe kalidwa. Mi trobuji kale kaje ningdam yabo shigona ke now mandadi shasa yomarwa kalidwa cheda semba kuyamo chede peke chambudwa
So being narrow-minded, being self-centered, this is something that is really, really difficult. It's something very, a situation that is not preferable. Whenever we have a strong feeling of I, it's always me, about me, I. The afflictions really increase. They get strong. And so Dharma Kirti has said that first there is the clinging of a strong sense of an I. And then there is the object related to that I, my. So it starts with an I, a thought of an I, and then a mine. And so from the thought of the I, the thought of mine arises. And based on those two, this is the cause of cycling in samsara. And to those who have that cause of cycling in samsara, they are the source of our compassion. And this is what Dharma Kirti has said, because those that cling to an I and to a mine, stuck in samsara, how sad. And we should really take them as objects of our compassion. And we need to see for ourselves as well that this thought, even the reference point of an I am, and then that I, these are mine or I want, this whole perspective is really problematic for us. It really causes us problem. Think about how it must be for a person who is constantly thinking about themselves and what they want and what they need and what I, can get. Thinking about this constantly, there's They have narrow-minded people, they're always stuck in this mindset. And really, after some time, they have no one to talk to. Think about how, that experience is. So having, not getting stuck in that kind of mindset, but rather being really quite the opposite, really open-minded and evolved and in one's thinking is so, so important.
Don't do us that kanji tagi tarbating gedi, chayuldang, doyundang, and that ranchin that take it raw. That take it, don't do not take it carry tarbating gay in but that she got it. Tati shologo chusumba tege kampa tamponi dreda.
Lasso.
Shologo chusumba tege kampa tamponi tege. Teltar zatan jenten baas. Ata kondo shepe anipe teta zatan samlo pusto po pe ranch jinjin dani chayul tege te lare. Jensembe tini pungwar gyuwa zese oda jiba jem panzun chile chitene vidro chingyurne ene dibe chobo chene ene jem pungwa chigre tepe pungwa chidugla ta ko ngandro chindu gorwa tharbam thubu marwa oda te sungware tate tonta dhine sungware tatere
Lasso. And the things that we've been talking about here are all where we started out. What obstructs us from liberation? What keeps us away from freedom of liberation? It is the objects. It is the obsessing over objects. It is the attachment to the sense pleasures. It is the self-cherishing attitude. These are all the things that keep us away from attaining liberation. And so now in the next 2 lines, now for me, Geshe-la is saying 13, but for me in my text it's 14.
14
So,
what did it?
Yeah. So for me, I wasn't sure. Sometimes it's different in the Tibetan and the English. But if we look at the very beginning of 14, it says, only ruin can result from such a link between myself and others. And when we talk about this link, kondak Geshe-la tene detskwa detar daktang shin tenpa yankir chik detar
Daktang shin tenpa
daktang shin
kondo shepe ta chayuldang ta ani dayundang samlo pusuto ba ranchi bu samdaya ranchin jingilo de
okay detar
oda dedang jen tenpa tini pungwar gyuwa zese digala tegi de ani pe chikta dipala kumshu shimbo yende ditro chene ani pe susu pungwa chigres an tharba mitwe engage chigres tegi de
And so when it says only ruin can result from such a link between myself and others, that such a link means a link to these things we were just talking about, narrow-mindedness, the objects of our attachment and obsession, the, insatiable, sense pleasures, self-cherishing. That's what this is talking about. They will bring no benefit. Actually, they will only bring us ruin. And so they can't help us at all. This being connected with people that hold this attitude cannot be beneficial to us in no way. They actually can bring us ruin.
Yeah, that 그래서 디와이 베스, 디와이 난디가 자기인세.
So maybe we'll stop here in the text, but what questions do you have? Who would like to ask a question about this? I'm not sure if we have any. Do we have any questions, Doug?
I'd like to ask a question, if I could.
Okay.
First, I'd like to thank Geshe for these words. You know, a lot of the things that he says, I see in myself. So I understand what he's saying, and I worry that the qualities that he is saying, I see those in myself. So, but those are things that I work on. But that being said, I do have a question for Geshe. How important is meditation in terms of helping to calm the mind on the path to liberation? How important is meditation? And how often does Geshe recommend that we should meditate? And then I'm curious, how much does Geshe meditate in a day's time?
Ani tangpo dire, tangpo Geshe kirangi kachu di nangpadela ani tuchiche ani pentok chon. Ani ngatso pena di peche di nangla pena di pena drok nyampo gikola sungidwa. Drok nyampa dang ani nyomong ni yerken. Yana samsam ani de nangshin ani ngala yer ani dene gangsak di nga ani drabo chikre. Yana yang ani nga ngosin chegi yer ani kang tutup ani nyamlan chegi yer yana nga de nangshin chagere nyamnyong yerken di chikche. Dene nga triwa chik yer Geshe ani dene tarpe lam drupyala ani gom gyapya kalche wa yore ani nga ani pena nyuma chikla ani yumring le gom gyap gore ani kirang yana namgyun chena kirang nyuma chikla ani pena dutsu katse ani gom gyap yaki dutso ani yana kirang ani yunring le gom gyap ki yer namgyun chena.
Oh yeah. 그런 섬준대 야보도 지와 야보도 으스러와. 섬준대 거네 다 람림 숭두간 람림 라마기베 숭구아래. 다 파기네 그 베제날라 다베 레당 냠바도 시거와. 란진진 시켄다 아니 젠진진 연된 시거와. 젠진진 연된다 가서 땡안디도 땡아 상도 삼삼 걸고 말다. 란진진 시켄데 시엔데 땡아라고도 서데 상거르데 람림 숭은 라마도 숭구도. 이 사메이나 가리케요라 모자 트고와. 라메 숭샤겨데다 배전에 숭겨데다 랑기 쪼바니 따다 모자 트이나 그 도야레 레라요르 숭고아레.
도기야 에.
이 란진진 근데 땡아라고도 내데니다 대균이 바지 라지 투거라. 라지 투나 samudang kale te me zotu boare. Tipe misi ke chimore. Tene diwade tirita gom singinde katsochi 개침버리지.
Mhm.
나한테 푸트 중에 개침버리. 될 개체지요 말해. 곰들라 아 제곰요래. 제곰아 개침버리. 조고마 개침버리. 샤고마 개침버리.
Mhm.
가르치네 개침버리. 제곰데 빼잘다 빼잘로 투중어급이 제곰 용거래. 삼중어급이 제곰 용거래. 제니드가라 빼. 제바체 던데라. 아니 시 지마치진지 로라 아니 빼 양양도 로라 샤르지나 로라 디차레 그래. 텔레 샤롬 라그래. 시더 떠니 빼 로라 샤르지나 텔레 샤롬 라그래. 람기림 바차다 지가주지 수소 고아데 지 양양도 샤르제이나 심란 디차레 그래. 디케바레 그래. 디차 레베 던데라 데네베 제지도 친구다 만데버체네 네베 시진다 템바테네 친구다 만데버체네 베 텔레시지도 힝 자두나 데니 조금 시거래
Mhm.
딘 조금네 렘살레게 마르테 고페 세미 우바니 준데 친구들 베 제든 친구 베 셀린 체니 로거와
Mhm.
때문에 구야래. 때 미스베 개침버다. 개침버 할리베 개침버래.
Mhm. Mhm.
때문에 영어야 코나 요 말다 가버래.
Mhm. La so dene nima chikla ani kongi ani kong.
다 디다 이마치를 세요 말에. 가제 곰땅보 장이나 뒤 퉁퉁라 양양도 geb거다 개침버래. 당분에 뒤를 못 지기요 말에.
La so.
칼라지잖아. 칼라데 코 저거 야 점질을 자샤나 중본 주대 붙여그러 와.
Mhm.
곧 진보도 처음에 세다는 상이들 상이만 더 작으러 와.
Ah.
상이 처음에 자다는 나기로 와. 나나서 칼라도 상이만 더
Yeah,
작으러
yeah,
와.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
어떤 때나 진 곰대양 당분은 곰다리 뭐 geb겨 말해.
Mhm.
곰게 파기 인지어로 와. 소선 더 바지.
Mhm.
대 탕체로 맞으지 때네 jelajane. 상이 양교로 때라 곰는 주야라 둠바 요바지도 자고래.
Oh, la so. Mhm.
곰근 둠바 요리를 벌도 균이 곰 개기어 말땐 탕체도 그래.
Oh, la so. Mhm.
대치기어 말해.
Okay.
아니 곰기를 땅 쪽으로 와.
Mhm. Gomne
곰은 곰기도 링도 땅 쪽으로 와.
ringdo. Mhm.
때래. 땅분이 뭐 geb겨 말해.
Oh, la so. Mhm. And so actually you've asked, you've brought up a really important concern and you've asked a really good question. The fact that you have concern and worry, you can identify yourself within, some of the things that come up in the text in regards maybe to having like negative emotions or some of the, unfavorable, qualities or thoughts and situations. Actually, it's very good that you realize what influences those afflictive emotions, because it's through the words of the text and the teachers that you see like what feeds those afflictions, where do they come from? So you can learn from that. So if you, through either reading the text or listening to the Dharma teachings that the teacher is teaching, can recognize yourself within those scenarios, that is actually really, really excellent. Because through recognizing those in yourself, this is the beginning of being able to reverse them. Actually becomes easier to reverse them. The first step is recognizing them and acknowledging them in yourself as unfavorable qualities. So actually, that's really excellent. And so now you can think about those things and take them onto the path. And so it's really excellent that you have identified that. And then as far as how important is meditation, there is nothing more important than meditation. There are several kinds of meditation. There is kind of an active, like an analytical meditation. There is resting meditation, single-pointed resting meditation. And then there is the meditation upon the meaning that has arisen in one's mind. So there are different kinds of meditation. So first, to talk about analytical meditation, any time actually that you're studying the Dharma, that you're reading the text or reading a Dharma book, whether reflecting, you know, on the meaning, like thinking about what was just said or what you just read, contemplating it, mulling it over, this is all analytical meditation. And then next, through really analyzing it and thinking about it, actually, like it's like a light bulb goes off. Like then the meaning that is attached to those words really arises in your mind. This is what's called this the meditation of the arising meaning, and this is actually a very important stage too. And so actually, you can realize, you know, the full meaning of the path in these stages of meditation that we've just talked about. The full extent of this, the different progressive stages of the path can be like realized, understood in this way. And so then you, you know, then what you do is you take the meaning of that meditation, that second kind, the meaning that has arisen in your mind. And the third kind of meditation, which is resting meditation, is when you single-pointedly then meditate on that meaning exactly, unwaveringly, in the unwavering recognition of the meaning of that which has been understood. It's hard in first to stay for a long period of time actually in this resting meditation stage. So what we need to do actually is we work through various stages. Actually, there are 9 stages of meditation, and you will progress through stages of the path. So it's something that we need to work with in stages. And Geshe says that he would recommend, as for the time, that at first, you know, meditate in short but frequent, regular stages. So regularly, but not for long periods of time. Like just like eating, like how we spread out our meals during a day, we wouldn't eat everything so much all at once. The next day we'd feel sick, we wouldn't feel good. We wouldn't even feel like eating. And the same way, if we push ourselves, if we force our meditation too long, that's not good. We should go into a meditative session and we should be sure to like follow our intuition. Stick with it as long as we really have true interest, like when kind of we're in the groove, and always end before you get out of that groove. You want to end your meditation at a time where you still are in that groove, so that the next time there will be like, you'll be really, you haven't forced yourself and you enter right back in at that level of interest. And so we shouldn't go past that point. We should never get to the point in our meditation where we're forcing ourselves. End your session while you're still like really in a good place. And then slowly extend your meditation sessions. Slowly make them longer eventually.
So does Geshe, I'm just curious how much time in meditation he spends a day, if he would like to be willing to share that.
Ani Geshe la dene kirang yana ani kana kirang ki gom gyapya ki tutso ani kandre re ani kirang sung de yana ani sung de mena yang ani de re.
Joge toso karma chonga ni shi gom gyagare. Tengi pecha loya dang khanden che dang deba che da sen jushi por de chende gore tinsa
라서. 근데 남균 세나 karma chunga
Oh,
nishu.
teni mata che gomja ngoma gomja de yoga karma chu chonga tilla jegme.
Geshe says that really, within, what's usual for him is he spends the most of his time, he'll spend 15 or 20 minutes meditating. So his sessions might be 15 or 20 minutes long, but he said he really he prefers spending most of his time in studying the Dharma, reading and reciting the texts, like doing pujas and rituals, and, in great faith, very faithfully. That's where he dedicates his time.
Thank you.
인산 세니 주주주지 라 땡가 얘기어 잠자 거래.
Gomgyapya e.
곰다 단 망한채 제곰선 되진 누구 알아. 조금 그런 저게 교수마다 지금에.
Yeah, he spends most of his time, so dene chuso cheki kola kare sumpe la?
다 세니 주주주지 수바당 직전대 거라. 대 주주주지는가 더서 양 늘려째 되는 예샤고.
Lasso. He's, Geshe says, I spend most of my time, in analytical meditation. So I am in meditation. I'm doing the analytical meditation as far as the, like Shine or calm abiding, that single pointed meditation, 15 or 20 minutes. But actually I spend most of my day in analytical practices and meditation. So active meditations, actually until 11 o'clock at night. It's not until 11 o'clock at night that I actually will lie down to rest.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Because my question is, since no one else is popping forward, Janice asked me in a private chat if we could, if I could get these lines that we talked about from Nagarjuna onto the Facebook page. And so, Dianne, I sent in private chat to you, I did find the lines in Tibetan, but I did not find the English translation. So if you could look at what I did with the English translation and correct it. I also found that it came from the Bodhisattva Jinpa Sonam. So I don't.
Okay.
That's not
Well,
the same thing.
how about this, Mark? I would feel comfortable if we first send those lines to Geshe-la, and Geshe-la can look at them and approve those are the lines that we're talking about. So actually, Geshe-la said he will send us the lines. So let me compare that, Mark, and yeah, we can do that. Lasso, Tuchina Geshe-la.
Yeah. 간지 균도 라마 초변에도 랑이 진진 우박군기 로스를 숨도 랑 진진데 로르와 가서 셰바라와 우바 탐치기 로데 랑 진진들이 엘라르 다다기 뭐 기운데 간가 랑 진진 부스도 보 되게 현실의 경우도 우바 탐치기 자와데 랑 진진들이 엘라르 만남 진진 연den군이 진다래 연 진진이 셈데 연den 탐지기 자와 연den 탐지기 인사라고 지래 라브래 인사 여보 연었던다 여보 연구로와 인사 공간바 연었던다 여 가르마다 가르쳤다는 여보 용예요 말와
아니 그룹아스나 아니 트리만낭 진로와
우파스데바 냠로야 눈 투른 누구 와 답했다가 눈이 누구 와래
라서
우파 탐지기 자와 우선아 누구 zuven ranaina kanga nyamdo kura
laso
manam yin kara rangin chinzi gupa kunjilo gupa thamchegi tape semde ranchinzi semde res manam chinzi yenden kunji jings pe magyur semjen thamchela samata de jin samutangende 연된 탐지기 인사다 그래서. 나 미지고 개침부터 와.
And any peche karela sumito?
그룹이자 라마쳐봐.
Oh, okay. In the in Lama.
벤젤로선 최긴 그룹이자.
Oh, okay. In the Guru Puja, Lama Suki Guru Puja?
벤젤로선 최긴.
Losang
최긴.
Chugyen. Losang Chugyen. Lama Losang Chugyen gi.
벤젤을 붙이래. 벤젤을 붙이.
Oh, okay. Panchen Rinpoche's Lama Chopa, Guru Puja. And there it says that the source of all transgression, the source of all transgression is the the root of all transgression is the self-clinging mind, the mind that is self-clinging. And the root of the basis of all that is good is other clinging, or completely being focused on the purpose of limitless sentient beings. This is the root of upholding or preventing any transgression. And so these lines are very important. They really show us. I mean, it's bringing it down to the very root. What really causes everything to deteriorate is self-clinging, and what causes everything to grow and rise up. Really, a positive foundation is other clinging or caring about others, the altruistic attitude.
Tene 전주나 이디어래. 다 단다 something 류나 전주 something 류나 오늘 통용 그래. 망도션의 지지자세. 지바랑게 던제베 통신기 던지베 닌기니 개발도 있어서 그래.
Lasso.
가자 망보셔요 말레스. 펜도요 말레스.
Okay.
지바 수세케오 란진진 균된 간사되게 란돈 코나 젠데레스. 단나 코로는 누아스. 투왕 상기 좀 된데 진단 버진데 상게레스. 망도션의 지지자 투왕 지바랑게 던지베 투왕생기 던지베 닌기니 개발도 있어. 다 란돈제나 코로엘리 진던제나 상게 개발디도 알아.
And so then there's a quote that will come later in the Way of the Bodhisattva on the chapter on meditative concentration, and I can look that up later, and maybe I can add it to the next meeting so we have that, the English exactly. But really what it's talking about is the difference, the dichotomy between these two, whether we're other cherishing or self-cherishing. And in this verse, it says that, for those that self-cherishing, we should not talk a lot. Those that are self-cherishing are simply talking all about themselves and going on and on and on about themselves. Where others, but for other individuals who with the altruistic attitude, they don't go on in words, but what they do is they quietly cherish others. And actually, so you don't have to say a lot of words to accomplish Buddhahood. You simply have to have an altruistic attitude. The difference between self-cherishing or other cherishing is whether you are a selfish being or a Buddha or a Bodhisattva.
그런서 타기나 쇼로가 something liu 때가랑 쇼로가 야당 이슈스를 받으래.
Okay, so if we, okay, so if we, I don't know if anyone has the book, and we go to verse Gyadang Sumchu? Okay. Okay. Nishu sagu
Nishu sergu didwa. Mando shene jiji jas. Jibarangi tonje tan tuanjengi tonje be ningingi ni kebrato is.
Oh, okay.
Nishu sergu padre.
Okay, so in English, so here I have 129, and I'm thinking that the Tibetan and the English are not matching up. So here's what I have in 129. If these qualities have no existence, I don't think Pelchiar Injikela ani Chipamarela
Ale.
ani Dela ani Yonten Madrupna, Yonten Denso Madrupna, Dradang Tanyepo. Yeah, the Chikpamare. Yeah. Isvara is number 24.
29
Samkhya,
usually.
29. In the wisdom, right?
Yeah. No.
In the meditative concentration.
Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah. Sorry, everyone.
Meditation.
Okay. Oh, it's later in this chapter, I see.
Yeah, in this chapter later.
Oh, Gonda. Gonda. Okay, so now you are all probably already all on it more than I was. All the joy the world contains has come through wishing happiness for others. All the misery the world contains has come through wanting pleasure for oneself. Okay, yeah, Pelcha did it. 129 in the meditation. I have the Padmakara translation. Sometimes it's 1 or 2 verses off. Okay. All the joy the world contains has come through wishing happiness for others. All the misery the world contains has come from wanting pleasure for oneself. Ani geshe la yankepchik poketogne sunroche.
Mando shene jiji jas. Jibarangi tonje tan tuanjengi tonje be ningingi ni kebrato is.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Wait, I think it's verse number 130. Yeah. No. We're not on 129. That's not the same in Tibetan. It's 130. Is there need for lengthy explanation? Childish beings look out for themselves, while Buddhas labor for the good of others. See the difference that divides them. Yeah.
What are they?
Gyadang Sumchupa. Yeah. Is there need for a lengthy explanation? Childish beings look out for themselves, while Buddhas labor for the good of others. See the difference that divides them?
Yabodo ade tega. Etu samdana teni ranjinjin singde. Ani nga se samdang chi tangjorwa. Ta chepachor nga singde kardu salgore. Nga sal ne raya mena nga singde ta ko ngato mengenji gan jinde gorwa. It's okay chamburda.
Bani pena na di la salna ani ragimare.
Ragdul tada. Oh. Nga ti maradu gala ko komge ene ngarsu di chungru ngazinde. Ngazinde chizam chungru zine yen jinzinde cherdu gore. Koni du sene. Te lo kombe sang ni yongor mado lelaba lemsang giran ruga kabore. Katuina samtang wada pe misibe kechembore.
Yeah. So this verse here, let's think about this. Is there need for lengthy explanation? Childish beings look out for themselves, while Buddhas labor for the good of others. See the difference that divides them. And so, you know, really think about this. You know, really think about it. The difference between this perspective of the world, you know, oneself being the center of the universe, oneself being the center of everything that happens, this I, me, me, me. But if we look for an I, look for the I, you know, look for it, and you'll see you can't find it. There is no I to be found. And when we don't find the I, this changes the whole perspective of our world, the whole perspective of our experience. We're no longer operating from the orientation of an I. Everything changes from that perspective. All of a sudden, it's others that are in a focus, others that are our focus. And this is something that, you know, won't come right away. We have to keep working at coming from this perspective, really, really, over and over again, for many years, actually. And so we should always remember to hold this perspective, always come back to that perspective, actually, the fact that there is no self to be found. And that really changes the perspective. Always remain in that flipped perspective.
Geshe chekawa tat tegi sungya geshe chekawa lojong tundu menandiyore. Lelen tamche chilanda lave. Lelen tamche. Tape kyun tamche gi kyun tangazung go nawani zude tana nyawan roya gi tape kyun jiorwa. Zungal gi tsawa kyun jiorwa. Ti kanga ran jinjinil teni chung re lave. Lelen tamche chilanda zidgala tangaranzo pe yogi kibu na gonda makibu yongudo. Ti makibu yongeda ran jinjin jebare. 타는 가서 냐완도야 가서 디바세야 돼 나야 후지 중나 삼데 아니 디바지 다 삼네 그 지기 어르데 그두 마세 인장 디바지 샤거와 디바지 되갈 때 남인들라 만로키 거와 냐와키 거와 도자제단 티무숨 티켈레니 미게와 텔리 동al 탐전 중들 고물루도 숨도야 양때
오케이
도자제단 티무메 티켈레니 거와 텔레 대와 탐전 중들 숨도아 좀 넘쳐버리
아니 대화 카레 아니 대화
도자제단 티무메 도자 메파 티무메파 제단 메파 테 숨다 그게 자와 숨로와 때 어다 그게 자와 티 숨라테니 아니 대화 탐전 기그리스
라스코
대베니 탐제 아니 그래서 숨레키 미그 둥알 탐제 미그 자와 숨레키 도자제단 티무 숨데 미그 자와 숨제 딜리 둥알 탐제 중스 물루르고 베좀 전부 잡아래 되게
And so Geshe Chikawa has said, spoke about any unfavorable thing that we experience has come from the fault of the afflictions. And so all suffering comes from the afflictions. Actually, even if we have a headache, it's said, you know, or whether we're experiencing a headache or we're experiencing the pain and misery of the hell realms, all of this has come from the same thing. All of this has come from former negative karma that has been based upon negative emotion. The negative emotion of attachment, aversion, ignorance, hatred, those things. This has all come from that. And if you think about it, even, you know, sometimes like we have like happiness in the morning, we feel good in the morning, like the beginning part of the day, we're feeling good and everything's, sun is shining, we're feeling great, all is going our way. And suddenly, you know, we feel miserable, or we're angry, we're upset, we're perturbed. We think, if you really think about it, where is that coming from? Why are we feeling, you know, unhappy, uncomfortable? It's from negative emotion. It's actually from self-clinging negative emotion. That's what it comes from. And so Nagarjuna has said that from the three afflictive roots, attachment, aversion, and ignorance, all suffering springs forth, and all happiness comes from the lack of attachment, the lack of aversion, and the lack of ignorance. All our happiness springs from there. So all of our happiness comes from the three virtues, and virtue means being free from affliction. And all of our suffering comes from having affliction, those three main roots of affliction: attachment, aversion, and ignorance. And so this is, you know, it's really quite concise and, you know, very precious instruction.
Yeah.
So we've gone about 15 minutes over already, so probably everybody is getting a little bit tired. So so let's make dedication. Let's do our dedication prayers. In the land encircled by snow-white mountains, the source of all happiness and benefit flows in your person, Chenrezig Tenzin Gyaltso, remain until samsara ends. Just as the Bodhisattva Manjushri attained omniscience in Samantabhadra too, so now I dedicate these merits to train and follow in their footsteps. As all the victorious Buddhas of the past, present, and future praised dedication as supreme, so now I too dedicate these roots of my merit for all beings to perfect good actions.
Okay, thank you. Everybody, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye everyone. Take care. Take good care.
Thank you. Thank you, Diane.
Welcome.